Adam Ahmed loves video games, and he's an avid fan of ice hockey, his country's favorite sport. 2 years ago, he and his father were heading to Boston to watch a match when he was stopped from boarding a flight in Toronto. A 6-year-old boy, his name had been on Canada's no-fly list for years.
When we went on a family vacation in Mexico, my son Adam was 18 months at the time. Our passports were confiscated for an hour, and we weren't given a reason or explanation. So we've seen what happens with false data being shared, that this can have broader implications on the civil rights and the health and safety of Canadians.
Unlike the U.S., Canada doesn't allow people put mistakenly on the no-fly list to apply for the right to travel unhindered. It's all about a person's name, as another Canadian called Adam Ahmed discovered when he was stopped in 2016 from boarding a flight home during a trip to India. Now that he's legally an adult, he's worried it'll be even harder to clear his name.
Because there's no official list that the public is aware of, but I'm fairly certain being 18 makes my situation a lot worse.
A social media campaign by parents of children whose names are on the no-fly list has led to more than 150 members of parliament from all parties demanding the government make sure everyone on the list is a legitimate national security threat. Legal experts say, as it stands, the list is probably unconstitutional.
These people are deemed too guilty to fly, but too innocent to charge. And I think that's the real paradox of being on these kinds of lists, is you have suspicion attached to you, but there's not enough evidence to bring a court case against you.
Canada's government promised to fix the no-fly list last year, but then didn't provide money for the program. No explanations have been offered. Parents of the hundreds of children still on the list try hard to explain the situation to their families.
What we do try to tell our son is that there are hundreds of Canadians who've helped across the political spectrum, Americans as well, who are supportive. We want him to see that, you know, you have to push forward. That's what you do. You have to help your fellow Canadian.
You lost your helmet now.
Young Adam Ahmed hopes that someday he'll be able to do what many others take for granted, board a flight and take a simple family vacation. Daniel Lack, Al Jazeera, Toronto.